Hi, welcome to Serenity Early Learning. It's very nice to have you both here with us today. I'd first like to give you a bit of information about Serenity and what we're all about here. So we accept children from as young as 12 weeks old up until they go to school, so we do have a kinder service here. We are located out of town, as you are aware, so we don't have a high capacity of children, but it is an extremely good centre here. Here at Serenity, all of our staff are extremely committed to ensuring that all families and the children of these families feel included and welcome when they are in this setting. It is also a priority of our staff that each child feels safe and that they all have an equal opportunity to learn. A man by the name of Loris Malaguzzi said that the image that we have of a child can influence the way that we teach them. So here at Serenity, we really try to see each child as competent and capable, and that way they all have an equal opportunity to learn. Also, the Quality Standard 6 of the National Quality Standards says to form collaborative partnerships with families and communities. So here at Serenity, we're all about involving families and forming collaborative relationships with these families in order to benefit the child. So enough about our centre, now I'd like to get to know who we have here today. I'm Beck and this is my daughter Ava. Say hi, Ava.
Hello.
I'm a single mum and I've raised Ava by myself since she was born. Ava's just turned 4, so this is why we're here today. I want to sign her up for kinder. She's just turned 4, like I said, and she's a very bright little girl. I can imagine that being a single mum has been really tough. Is there anything that you found particularly challenging over these last years? So since it's just been myself and Ava since she was born, money has at times been very, very tight. And Ava's never gone without, but it has at times been hard to make ends meet. I guess you could also say that there's been a lack of support for myself and Ava. And although it's been hard at times, we definitely has been a home filled with plenty of love. Is there anything that you're feeling unsettled about sending Ava to our centre? I think that I'm mainly scared about prejudices from other parents, that single parents aren't able to raise their children adequately or to the same standard that children who have two parents might be able to. I think I'm also afraid of planned days that you might have at this centre that are specific for dads to come in, or if you do activities that are based around dads. This may make Ava feel segregated from other children as her father is absent. As an educator, understanding the environment of which the child you're now going to be teaching grew up in is extremely beneficial. Lev Vygotsky believes that the environment in which a child grows up in will influence how they think and what they think about. So as educators, it is important to acknowledge that caregivers are the first source of knowledge for the child. Therefore, it is of the utmost importance that caregivers' beliefs and perspectives are taken into consideration. The National Quality Framework further addresses this in Standard 6.1. saying that it is important to ensure that families' contributions are recorded in the documentation of children's learnings, and further, families are involved in adversary, consultative, or decision-making roles. These areas mentioned above benefit the educators as it allows them to gain a greater insight into each individual child and therefore give them the best opportunity to grow and develop. Here at Serenity, all of our educators have agreed upon what you would call inclusion strategies, so that Ava and other children who have the same family structure as Ava feel included in our setting. One of these strategies is that instead of having activities and days specific to dads or to mums, we want to create a day where all caregivers are welcome, regardless of who these caregivers are, in order to ensure that all children and their families feel included in our setting. Here at Serenity, we also want to ensure that all of our educators are making a conscious effort to form a positive and collaborative relationship with Ava's mum, in order to best support Ava's learning and to also gain an understanding of Ava's home experiences. Our educators have also agreed to make their classroom a diverse environment when discussing family structures. When carrying out activities in class, our educators are going to ensure that they are catering for all different family structures, example, single parent homes, or some children might have same-sex parents. And in order to ensure that all children feel included and not segregated from their peers. Here at Serenity, we also pride ourselves on collaboration, so our educators are able to offer support to caregivers if and when necessary. Single parents are able to find comfort in the support offered by our educators, as it can at times be tough not having support in other areas of their lives. It is important to form a relationship with these parents where they feel as though they are able to trust and rely on us if need be. By forming these collaborative relationships, caregivers and our educators are able to work together to form strategies and routines that best support the child and their learning, as well as ensuring the child's wellbeing is being catered for. All of us educators here at Serenity ensure that we are on the same page when it comes to accepting diversity within culture and, in this case, within the family structure. If all our educators in this setting are supportive of the caregiver and accept the differences within the family, it will create an inclusive environment where the parents or caregivers are able to feel supported by each staff member, which therefore creates an inclusive and safe environment for the child. The collaborative practices that I just mentioned above both work together with families and staff to form the best possible outcomes for the child. By creating an inclusive, safe and collaborative environment for the child, it will contribute to creating a healthy microsystem for this child, as described by Bronfenbrenner. As both the mum and the kinder are a part of a child's microsystem, creating a healthy and trustworthy relationship between these two, again, increases the child's opportunity to grow and develop. Here at Serenity, by our educators working together with families to create positive relationships, this is benefiting the child as they are able to feel safe and included. Getting to know the families and what all the children that are attending our centre have experienced up until this point is important for us educators, as it allows them to know how to best cater for each individual child. Acknowledging that children come from diverse families allows educators to cater for this diversity, thus creating an inclusive environment. It is important that all of our staff here are on the same page when it comes to this. Children benefit from the collaborative relationships formed between the families and our educators, as they are able to feel nurtured in the environment that they are going to be learning in.